Travis Kelce's greatness doesn't diminish me. Hall of Fame TE gives Chiefs star his flowers after playoff win. After a win over the Houston Texans engulfed in controversy, Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce told reporters he felt like he was 22 after putting on a vintage performance to boot the Texans out of the playoffs. Kelce was front and center in the divisional round showdown against Houston on Saturday, hauling in 7 catches on 8 targets for 117 yards and a huge touchdown that put considerable daylight between the reigning Super Bowl champs and Houston. Pro Football Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe tuned into the Texans vs. Chiefs game. When the Chiefs were looking for an answer to crack a tough Texans defense, quarterback Patrick Mahomes somehow found Kelce in the end zone, following which Sharpe tweeted, "With 117 yards on the night, Kelce is now the proud holder of an NFL record. This was his 9th career 100-yard game in the postseason, the most in league history." Before the showdown at Arrowhead Stadium, with Taylor Swift in attendance, of course, Kelce was tied with Jerry Rice for the most postseason 100-yard outings at 8 apiece. Kelce's regular season numbers are equally impressive. The 4-time All-Pro has 1,004 career receptions, 3rd all-time for a tight end. His 12,151 receiving yards are also 3rd all-time for a TE, while his 77 receiving touchdowns are good for 5th at the position in NFL history. Kansas City Chiefs win over Houston Texans mired in controversy. There was no shortage of talking points after the game at Arrowhead, with the referees taking center stage on the night. The Texans were hit with 8 penalties for 82 yards, whereas the Chiefs were slapped with just 4 for 29 yards. 2 of the Texans' penalties on roughing the passer were particularly controversial, though both were upheld. After the game, multiple members of the Texans organization, including C.J. Stroud, Joe Mixon, Will Anderson Jr., and coach D'Amico Ryans, insinuated that they knew they would have to fight officiating bias at Arrowhead. Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins' mom also sounded off on what she believed was an egregious case of officiating from the referees.